Alright, today I'm going to be showing you a crazy trick to really dial in your grooves and get your mix sounding as good as possible. The really cool thing about this trick is that you can do this whether you are a complete beginner and you just started 5 minutes ago on Ableton, or if you're a complete pro as well, and anything in between. I'm going to be using this template here. This is from my Chord Trance pack. The link to that's at the top of the description. It's an awesome sample pack. Definitely check it out. I'm going to do the technique and just show it to you guys, and you'll hear it. So, as you can hear, the track was speeding up, yes, but you notice how the bass and the kick, especially if you're listening on headphones or studio monitors. If you're not, you're probably not going to hear that. But you hear how the kick and the bass and all the drums, like just the whole groove, it interacts completely differently with a difference of just 1 BPM, you know? Like, alright, so this originally was 150. We're at 157 right now. Check out if I just bring it up to 158 or down to 156. I mean, it sounds like a whole different bass. Now 150 is where I found to work kind of the best for this. So yeah, guys, I think this is like a really important thing that a lot of people overlook, is like a lot of times, you know, you can sit there all day and try and play with different little elements, or, you know, find some new mixing plugin that's supposedly going to do this thing to clean out your track, but you may just need to try literally putting it 1 BPM faster or slower. I mean, for example, like I know this one was having some issues at 154. I mean, listen to that. The bass is like literally fatter at 150. I haven't changed any mixing. I haven't done any different compression. I haven't done any mid-side, anything. It is literally just a difference of BPM that is making this hit different. Now, this is highlighting a few different things. The first thing here is the interaction between like the BPM of your track, and then the different like envelopes and stuff. I mean, what's essentially happening with the bass line, the reason why when you go faster it sounds a little bit different, is because of the time on the envelope. So like this 790 millisecond decay works really well at 150 BPM, and then once you hit 154, all of a sudden maybe you would want to dial that back a little bit. So hopefully what this also highlights is like, again, like when you sit there and you try to do all this compression and all these different plugins that are supposed to, like, you know, clear things out and make them work together, it might not be that, you know. It might be like kind of more simple. You know, a lot of times like the correct answer is usually the simplest, right? And this is definitely one of those cases. So I just really wouldn't overlook this, guys. I think a lot of people think you need to do all this mixing and all this crazy stuff to make these tracks work. And, you know, at the end of the day, like, you can see it's really just little stuff like this that's like, you know, very on earth, very terrestrial, not like some crazy plugin that if you don't have it, you can't have a good mix or something. It's literally just like realizing the relationship between the BPM here and then all of these little time-based things like your envelopes and, like, you know, your kick, even like your kick length, like the length of this kick. That decay works really well at 150 BPM. When I put it up to 154, now it starts to clash with the bass, right? So it's like all these little tiny things. And again, like, I think it's easy to kind of go down a rabbit hole online and end up thinking there's all these different techniques you need to know that you don't. But at the end of the day, man, it's really more stuff like this that I find that makes a bigger difference on tracks. I've gone 100% both directions. Like, I've had periods of time, typically as we do around, like, you know, the first few years of producing, where I've been like, okay, I learned how to use Ableton. Now I'm going to go learn all this, like, scientific stuff. And, like, I'm not saying that stuff isn't good to know, but I think it's like a lot of times people think there's, like, more knowledge to be gained that they don't have, and that's why they're not making these great tracks, or they're not, like, it's not clicking. When a lot of times the problem might be that you're kind of, like, looking up to the clouds and, like, at the stars a little bit too much and trying to think, oh, maybe my mix isn't working, so I need like Soothe 2 or like a Neutron like mix sidechain, or, you know, some more like mid-side separation. And it's, it might actually just be something a lot more down on earth. Like, try 1 or 2 BPM faster or slower, and it might really make a big difference. I mean, listen, guys, like, you can hear it. Here's 150. 154. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. I just wanted to show you this technique. I think it's really important, and maybe open your mind a little bit that usually the right answer is actually the simplest one. It's not that you don't know the answer or that there's some magical thing out there. Like, learn the techniques, but a lot of times the right answer is just the simplest one. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like this video as well as subscribe. This is a template from my core trance pack, which the link for that is at the top of the description. You get this template as well as a ton more, plus literally like everything you need to make this style of like trancey kind of techno stuff. Presets, synth loops, drums, even a vocal chain and vocals. Effects, drum loops, just break beats, everything you can need. Links at the top of the description. It really helps support me so I can keep bringing you guys new videos like this every single day because YouTube does not pay well. But these sample packs allow me to keep going and keep bringing you guys new videos and showing you stuff like this that we all need to know. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. Every little bit helps, and I will see you tomorrow with another video.